Was good, y'all. Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger. And as y'all can see, man, by the looks of the title and the screen, I am bringing y'all the new meta post playmaker build coming at y'all on next gen. And this build, we're going to be able to dribble, get over 100 badges, and also we are getting all of the contact dunks that we want out of this build. Now, I have already dropped out this build before, but this is a new version, much more improved, better badges, and then when it comes down to the defense, really, I would take this build over the other one, but the other one is going to be very offensive heavy. But that's not to say that the offense on this build is not going to be good at all, because this one is very, very solid. So before we get into the making, man, I just got to say thank God for giving me this opportunity to be able to share this with y'all. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join RGF, the Rich Gang family, go ahead and turn on post notifications. But do not forget to hit that like button. Let's get 50 big likes on this video. I know that we can do it. Y'all have been going crazy this year. So, man, let's go ahead and get started. If you were paying attention, we are actually going to go ahead and make this build out of the power forward position. Now, I'm telling y'all, when it comes down to this build, you are definitely going to be surprised at what it's going to come out to be, especially with the defense that I added into it. Very overpowered and toxic build for any game mode. Now, the height, going to be very similar to the past one. We're going with 6'8", weight 210, and the wingspan of 7'6", y'all. Now, I'm always trying to find new and more improvement when it comes down to the builds that I drop, y'all. And just know, if y'all have any builds that you have made on your own, go ahead and shoot me the build details. I most definitely will be making them on my own adjustments, dropping it to show y'all the best possible version. I would really appreciate that. You could go ahead and comment it down below. Let me know what kind of builds y'all have been making, and also you can also hit me up on Twitter, y'all. So already this build is going to be much different when it comes down to the finishing side of things. When it comes down to the close shot, go ahead and put that to a 79. When it comes down to the driving layup, go ahead and put this to an 82, and as for that driving dunk, go ahead and put this up to a 92. That's going to allow us to get all of the contact dunks, y'all. So again, we still have to adjust the vertical, but do not worry. Right here, as you can see, we're going to be able to get Hall of Fame Limitless Takeoff, which is honestly going to be a very overpowered badge this year. Now, when it comes down to the shooting, mid-range and the three-pointer are going to be very solid when it comes down to it. So, right here, put that mid-range shot to an 82. Do not go anything higher than it. So, with that three-pointer, put it at a 77. I know y'all are going to want to go higher than this, and I'm going to show y'all what the build is going to come out to be if you end up doing that. But right here, we got 21 badges for the finishing, 23 for the shooting, which in my opinion is very solid. Now, free throw, you definitely want to go ahead and put that up based off of your own preference. I want to be able to take this build in any type of game mode, so that's why I put it as is. Now, for the playmaking, pass accuracy has to be an 86, ball handle 77, and as for the speed with ball, go ahead and put this up to a 66. 22 playmaking badges, very solid on that end of the ball as well. But now, let's go ahead and get into the defense. This is the best part about this build. So, put that interior to a 74, perimeter 86. When it comes down to the steal, we're going to go ahead and put this up to an 82. And here is where the badges are going to start going crazy. So, the block, we're going to put that to an 89. And as for both of the rebounding, first, go ahead and put that offensive all the way up to an 86. As for the defensive, put this to an 83, and that's going to give us 32 badges on the defensive end, y'all. Now, let's go ahead and get into these physicals right here. I'm going to go with a 77 speed, acceleration 72, 51 strength, vertical going to be an 80, and then we're going to go ahead and put the rest of that into the stamina, being at another 80. So, if you want to make a completely different build, drop 2 on the strength, go ahead and put the rest into the mid-range shot and the three-pointer. And I'm telling y'all right now, this is going to change up the build name from what we originally wanted. But again, I'm going to go back just to show y'all how to make the correct build when it comes down to this post playmaker. So do not worry about it, y'all. Most definitely got y'all on that. But when it comes down to this kind of setup, much more different, especially when it comes down to the shooting, only because the build name is going to change, but also everything else that goes into it is going to be really solid as well. So this is pretty much 2 builds in one video, y'all. Gonna give y'all a little key here. If you want to go ahead and double up on both of the lockdown takeovers or even the glass cleaning, you could do that. But in my opinion, just to be more versatile on the offensive end, I would highly recommend picking spot up precision, or you could go with limitless range as well, y'all. Both of these are going to be some very solid takeovers, but just remember, the first version of this different build is going to be a completely different name from what I originally showed y'all. And I'm going to go back right now as well, just to show y'all how to make the original version of this post Playmaker. Now, just remember, when it comes down to these takeovers, these are really going to go ahead and be based off of your own preference. I really like See the Future takeover for the second one. And for the first build, this one comes out to the playmaking 3-level scorer, y'all. Now, the only reason why it comes out to this build name is because we adjusted the shooting from what we originally had. So I'm going to go back and show y'all what you need to do if you want to keep that post playmaker name. Go ahead and put that mid-range shot to an 82. Three-pointer, you can actually leave it at 77. Right there, everything else is pretty much going to be the same takeovers and everything. And right here, we end up getting the post playmaker build, y'all. Now, like I mentioned earlier, both of these builds, even though they're different, they are still going to have over 100 badges. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this build at 99. Once you max it out completely, really, you can go ahead and add a +4 if you buy boost for every single category. But when it comes down to the physicals, you're getting a +4 from gym rat. So the speed going to be an 81. When it comes down to the acceleration, 76. Vertical and the stamina both an 84. But now let's go ahead and get into the defense, y'all. Remember, this is with boost, which is a +4. So we're going to have a 90 perimeter defense on this build. In takeover, your interior will be in the 80s. When it comes down to the steal, it's going to be in the 90s if you have takeover as well. Same exact thing for the block, offensive rebound, as well as the defensive. But now on the playmaking side, you're going to be able to speed boost with this build and takeover if you pick that sharpshooting takeover first. Second, when it comes down to the shooting, y'all, these are going to be some very solid stats. Your three-point shot has the potential to hit an 85. Mid-range shot has the potential to be in the 90s. And as for that driving dunk, in takeover, y'all, with boost and even running with a teammate that has floor general, you're going to have a 99 driving dunk on this build, which is honestly going to be very toxic when it comes down to getting those contact dunks that we want, because you still have the vertical that's paired up with it, which is going to allow us to get what we want out of this build. Now, again, you can make your own adjustments when it comes down to this build, however you see fit for yourself. But as long as you feel comfortable and still maintain the same build name that I just showed y'all, everything is going to work out in your favor. So do not worry about it. There's not only one way to go about it when it comes down to making these builds. There's going to be multiple, so just know that's really just based off your own play style, but also what you want to do when it comes down to this, y'all. So now let's go ahead and get a little bit further into the badges, y'all. So we actually have a solid amount of badges when it comes down to the finishing side of things. 21 to work with. So the very first one that everybody needs to go ahead and put on is going to be Posterizer on gold. From there, I'm going to go ahead and pair it up with Slithery Finisher as well as Limitless Takeoff. The fact that we get it in Hall of Fame going to be very overpowered. Now from here, I'm going to spread the wealth a little bit. I'm going to go with the Bronze Fearless Finisher. Then from here, Bronze Lob City Finisher. You can also go ahead and put on Unstrippable as well as Fast Twitch. And this is the setup that I would go with for the finishing. Now, when it comes down to the shooting, first badge that everybody has to go ahead and put on, Hot Zone Hunter on Silver. Now from here, everybody is talking about Sniper this year, so go ahead and put it on Hall of Fame. Very overpowered badge in my opinion. Now, let's go ahead and spread the wealth a little bit. I'm going to go with Bronze Clutch Shooter, Silver Catch and Shoot, Silver Deadeye, as well as Silver Green Machine. Now, to spread the wealth, I'm going to go with Volume Shooter, Blinders, Corner Specialist, and then for the very last badge, you can go with Set Shooter, y'all. All of these are going to add to your shooting percentages, so do not worry. But now, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. We got a good amount of badges here, 22. So let's go ahead and first put on Handles for Days on Silver. From there, go ahead and put on Unpluckable as well. Triple Threat Juke, Bailout on Bronze, very overpowered this year. Now, I'm going to go with Silver Hyperdrive, Quick First Step, and even Tight Handles. And as for the last badge, you cannot forget about the most important Bronze badge. If you want to raise it on tiers, go ahead and do it, but I'm going to go with Bullet Passer. And now let's go ahead and get into the juicy part, y'all, the defense. 32 badges that we're going to be able to work with, which is, in my opinion, very overpowered when it comes down to this kind of build. So I'm going to go with Intimidator on gold, Max Out Chase Down Artist, as well as Hustler. Go with Silver Rebound Chaser, gold clamps, and then gold rim protector. Now this is honestly something of the final setup that I would go with, but let's go ahead and say you take off that tireless defender badge. Go ahead and put on bronze interceptor. From there, you could even go with ankle braces or even ball stripper, really good. I'm also going to pair it up with pickpocket, and then for the very last one, I'm going to go back to bronze tireless defender, y'all. And this is something of the final setup that I would go with: 32 defensive, 22 playmaking, 23 shooting, and 21 finishing, over 100 badges when you consider getting the +4 from the college. Again, I just gotta say thank God for giving me this opportunity. I hope y'all are having a great Monday to get the week started. I got another video dropping for y'all tomorrow, and the double uploads are going to be back this weekend as well. So, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Anybody looking to join RGF, the Rich Gang family, go ahead and turn on post notifications. Go ahead and get 50 big likes on this video. Share it with your family and friends. And, man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Thank God and Rich out.